Delhi government has ordered that all schools and classes except 10th and 12th will be held online till the 10th of November in the view of the graded response action plan. These are stage 4 measures that have been implemented to tackle air pollution. This is already one of the highest form of response action plan that exists. Rupashri with us on the broadcast. Rupashri, please tell us more.
Well, this order, it was completely expected as the Delhi Chief Minister himself chaired a meeting today morning with Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai and other senior ministers of the cabinet and other stakeholders. I remember the Atishi, who is the education minister, had already said that schools, the senior classes also would be shut and schools will be given the option of shifting online. That decision was already there in the public domain. So now, actually, the government has made it official, saying that classes 6, 7, 8, and 9 will shift to the online mode, and classes along with class 11. However, classes 10 and class 12 will be for these two classes. Physical classes will be on, as these are board years, and children cannot really take the risk of sitting at home and studying online. Remember, during the COVID years, actually, there was a criticism that a lot of children, especially from the underprivileged background, who study in Delhi government schools, do not have access to smartphones or continuous access to smartphones, and that has really hampered their learning. And therefore, this sort of a semi-shutdown of schools will come as a blow to students. But perhaps the government did not have any option, especially considering the heat that it is facing. Because of the thick haze of smog that has covered the capital for the fourth consecutive day. And the Delhi government also realizes that perhaps over the next few days, at least for the next 4 days, there won't be any relief. And therefore, it has taken this decision in order to protect school-going children. Apart from that, Anusha, remember the other important decision that the government took today was to bring back the odd and even. And as we were talking in the morning also, it was on the table whether the government is going to bring back odd and even, but this is a desperate measure. It's a temporary measure, and it has been done in order to tackle the situation at hand. And this is not a long term or a permanent measure. But the government, again, as I said, did not have any option, and the situation must be really,
It is,
the
yeah.
reading of the situation by the government also must be really drastic for it to take this step, because remember, this is the first time that it is coming back after, if I believe, in
18, I
2017
guess.
or
17.
2019. Yes.
Yeah, sometime around that time.
Yeah. And there was also a controversy about how effective the vehicle rationing scheme is.
Yeah.
But perhaps as a desperate measure, the government believes that if half
Yeah.
the vehicles are off the roads, then at least the air quality is not going to worsen further. So
And
desperate measures taken in desperate times.
I agree with you. Desperate measures for desperate times, and the least we could do, I know it's an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience for me and for many others. But what do? We are breathing this toxic haze. We're only trying to make an effort as to how less toxic it can be.